Celtic versus Rangers. It's the Old Firm Derby. It's the title decider. Welcome back, guys. Fog Football, and we are here to discuss everything. We're going to give our predictions. We're going to look at the team news. We're going to give our scorelines, the thoughts on the title, and we're also going to pick both our Rangers and Celtic teams for this game. Of course, we're not Michael Beale, nor are we Ange Postecoglou, although I am putting the weight on a little bit, so I don't know, maybe in a couple of years' time I might look a bit like Ange, but until now, I'm not Ange. So yeah, we will pick the combined Celtic and Rangers 11 later on in this video. But first, let's talk about the team news. Who do Rangers have injured? Who do Celtic have injured? And what's in store for Saturday?
I think the one that sticks out like a sore thumb is Rio Hatai.
Yeah, Rio Hatai.
Timings.
Not being available. I mean, I would say it's a massive blow for Celtic. However, I feel like they've got good cover in midfield. Not to like downplay the injury to Hatai, but I feel like that's maybe Celtic's strongest area of the field. So therefore, an injury to Hatai maybe ain't as important.
I agree, but a lot of people were like banking on Hatai to be in this game. A lot of Celtic fans, I would dare say, are nervous about Hatai being out. I mean, Hatai, he scored those two wonderful goals against Rangers last year to announce himself on the scene, and I think he's definitely one of Celtic's better players. So
You could argue he's player of the season.
I'm happy he's out.
I just think that I think there's other areas where Celtic would maybe be in trouble more if there was a player suspended or a player injured. Like, I think they'd maybe struggle more with Carter Vickers, for example.
Probably Carter Vickers. There was rumours about him being out, but Ange didn't come out and say that he was, so I'm going to assume that he's available. Greg Taylor's back, so I know that. I don't really think Celtic have any other major injury news regarding someone that's actually in and about the starting 11. As for Rangers,
I'm pretty sure Greg Taylor was touch and go.
But Ange announced him the day, that's what I'm saying.
Oh well, there you go. Greg Taylor's back.
Ange no more than you, but Rangers, Raskin, a lot of people would have picked. I think this was crucial, to be honest, because I think if Raskin ain't fit, you're putting in Lundstrom or Kamara, and it's just the game's done.
Raskin is so crucial that he didn't get in your combined 11.
Yeah, mine. You know why he didn't get in?
Why?
Because I didn't put injured people in it, and I thought he was injured.
Alright, fair enough. So Raskin's been confirmed, he's going to play. John Souttar, I think, is out.
No, John Souttar's in, but he's got no fitness.
So he's not in then?
No, well, he's not injured, but he's got no fitness.
But if he's got no fitness, he's not going to play a part, is he?
Well, I say he's got no fitness. He's not 100%.
So who's missing for Rangers? Yilmaz, Roof?
Yilmaz is back. Don't worry about Yilmaz.
Lawrence is out.
Lawrence is out. Fucking Hollander. Hadji still got his fitness issues.
Lowry's out, isn't he?
Lowry's out for a wee while. I mean, like you said, Roof. Robbie McCrory, I believe, picked up an injury despite the fact he hasn't kicked the ball in about fucking 10 years. I don't know. And I believe that's it. I mean, I say that's it. Like, we just named about 7 people. But
half the team,
but
Tom Lawrence.
I've already mentioned him.
Did we? Oh, right. Anyway, point is, Rangers have a lot of players out injured. So, I think Rangers definitely have the worst of the injury list. However, Rangers have had the worst of the injury list for the entire season, so it's nothing new.
No.
There's no fresh injuries, really. The injuries that Rangers have, they've known about for a while.
I think it's actually... I actually think it's a bit unfair that what's happened to Leon King. I was critical of the guy. I say, like, well, if you're good enough, you're old enough to play for a team, but... Do you know, I think he's been kind of given a scapegoat? Like, why has he been sent down? I get it, he's young. But see, under that Gio era at the start of this season where they were getting pumped in Champions League...
They were all equally shite.
Yeah, I don't think it... I mean, Goldson, right? He was shite. When he got injured, things got a bit worse. But look, I mean, see when King was partnered with Sands or Davies, did he look much worse?
I don't think so.
I think it's incredibly harsh what's happened to him. And I don't think that's not going to do his confidence good.
Why, what's happened to him?
He's fucking nowhere near the team. I can't remember the last time Leon King was in the team. I don't think it's right what's happened to him. But you know what? I'll back Beale because he's won basically every game. Unless it comes to the Old Firm, then he's won hee-haw.
I know what I was thinking, right? Is Beale not making Ange Postecoglou look a bit shit? Right, and I'm not like criticising Ange Postecoglou's results or anything like that because, he's got the exact same results as Michael Beale does since he came in. But let's say Michael Beale, right, maybe wins one of these Old Firm games. Let's say he closes the gap to less than 9 points. Even if Michael Beale happens to like win one and lose one, or if they draw both. Let's say they get to the end of the season and the gap is still 9 points, right? I mean, people can talk about how, because they always talk about, Celtic fans talk about how they've got such a superior midfield and that Rangers' best players wouldn't even get on Celtic's bench and all this stuff, and they talk about how great Ange is. If Michael Beale comes into a Rangers side that is struggling, so many injuries, need a clear out, basically need a whole team transformation, if he can keep the points gap with Celtic, does that not look bad on Ange?
Of course it does.
Because Ange, we talk about Ange as being, he's doing a great job, and I get it. Since Michael Beale came in, as good as a job as Michael Beale has done, you can argue Ange has done the same, right? Ange has done everything Michael Beale's done. The only blemish on Ange's record is the draw. But like, I just feel like unless Ange increases the gap here over Rangers over the remaining, 9 games? 8 games? I think you've got to look at him and go, hold on here. Ange has been at the club for a while now. He's had like 3 transfer windows. Michael Beale's come into a team that was falling apart, needed a major clear out, wasn't doing good. And he's collected the same points tally.
Well, put it this way, right? I would be shocked if the gap's over 12. Even if Celtic win tomorrow, I think Rangers will probably get a draw at least at Ibrox. But I think it goes against people's logic as well when they say that.
I said 14-15. That was my points tally to start the season.
Well, it could be that still, but I think it goes against people as well when they bum lick Ange and they say, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread and this Celtic team's the greatest team. But at the same time, they will turn around and say the league's the worst it's ever been. So what is it? Either he's the man or the league's not that bad. And I think it goes for the argument that the league's awful because Beale's come in, right? Yes, a few late goals here and there, but he's won every game against any other team that ain't Celtic, and I think that sums up. Like in a Rangers team.
Well, in fairness, Ange has done that. Yeah, Ange has done that as well. Like
that's what I'm saying, though. I think the league isn't a bad state. I do. I didn't think it there for a while, but I don't know. I think it is.
My point is though, unless Ange increases this 9-point gap, can you not argue that Michael Beale has had a better season than Ange Postecoglou? Now, yeah, people say, Ange Postecoglou won the League Cup. Right, I get that. 1 game. But, I mean, Michael Beale is a brand new manager that's come into a team that, let's be honest, most Rangers fans think needs an entire clear-out. Most Rangers fans think you need, at least, 6 or 7 first-team players.
Well, let's be real, right?
And how many Celtic... All we hear Celtic fans say how good Ange is and how good their team is. I've heard Celtic fans say that Raskin and Cantwell wouldn't even get on the Celtic bench because they're on about Celtic have got better players sitting on their bench that can't get a game. Like some guy commented that Awata is better than Raskin and Cantwell. You might believe some people say that Ryan Kent when they got on the Rangers bench or whatever because Celtic have got Mota, Abada, Haksabanovic, Maeda and all that stuff. Right, that's fair enough. But like I said, if Michael Beale comes in brand new, and this is like, all right, he had a stint at QPR, but it wasn't long. This is technically his first season as a manager, though.
Oh no, it is his first season as a manager.
All right, but I know Rangers had it as his second club, but it's still his first season as a first team manager. I think unless Ange Postecoglou increases the gap over the next 8 games, I would have to say Michael Beale's manager of the year.
I would tend to agree with you. Because
now, if Ange wins,
he's got the weaker team and he's kept the gap the same.
If Ange wins the treble, then of course you have to give that to him, right?
Yep.
But let's say Michael Beale wins the Scottish Cup. Can you really say Can you really get if Michael Beale wins the Scottish Cup, right? And so that's 1 each in the cups, and then if the gap stays at 9 points, who would you give I would personally have to give the manager of the year to Michael Beale for the fact he's got an inferior team. He come into a team that's struggling. And he's not lost any points. He's not lost ground to Celtic in the league. Like I said, if Celtic win the Scottish Cup, then of course, treble. Obviously, it's a no-brainer. But just considering how good people say this Celtic team is, and I always hear that no Rangers player would get in the team, then I think if you look at the job Michael Beale's done, he's done really good.
Well, you got to put it this way. Say during 55, say they sacked Lennon, they were 9 points behind, and I don't know who came in. Say Ange came in, right? Ange came in when Celtic were 9 points behind
in
Rangers.
Turmoil. And if he kept the gap, you'd be like, well, fuck, he's not done anything wrong.
He's done a good job. Was it just, you know? But that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, and I just feel like that. I think Beale does get overshadowed.
Don't get me
for what he's
wrong.
done.
I don't think the gap will be 9 points coming into the season. I predict it 14, 15.
What will it be, the Mora? But we have to predict our teams, and we're going to go with Celtic first. So in nets, it's going to be Joe Hart.
It's going to be Joe Hart.
In at left back, Greg Taylor. I mean, he's put. I don't know. I think
That's Greg Taylor. Come on.
It is Greg Taylor, but fitness issues. Centre back, it's Carter Vickers. Other centre back, Bernabé, brother, get your ass out of there.
It has to be. Although, from what I've seen of Kobayashi, I think he looked alright. But you have to go with Starfield.
I dropped in Bernabé, alright. It wasn't Kobayashi. And at right back, we are going to go with the main man, Alistair Johnston.
Say the main. I think this guy's overrated.
He is overrated.
I think it just proves that Juranovic wasn't that great in the first place. They haven't really missed him.
I know, but that could just mean Johnston's good then.
I mean, it could, but
I don't think I personally think Juranovic is a much better player. Well, I say much better. I think he's better. Right?
I think Ralston's better.
Ralston was really good at the start of the season. But
Ralston, see when Ralston was getting game time, he was putting in really good performances. He was getting called up for Scotland, and I mean, things were looking good.
I know.
For Anthony Ralston. Now, unfortunately, at an international level, you've got Hickey now, who's kind of switched to right back, so I don't know what that does for Anthony Ralston, and you've got Nathan Patterson now playing in the Premiership. Does that put Ralston down the pecking order?
That put Ralston at the window.
And on a side note here, will Stephen O'Donnell ever win an All-Scotland cap?
No.
No,
Not unless he wins it in a raffle.
Right, moving into the midfield.
Callum McGregor, but where is he? Where's Calmac?
Has to be Callum McGregor, doesn't it? Well, due to the injury to Hatate, I mean, this team pretty much picks a set. Or what about Iwata? People are saying Iwata came on against Ross. He did good against Ross County.
Who do you think it should be? Do you think it should be
No, I'd maybe get Iwata. I'd maybe go Moy and Iwata.
Moy and Iwata? Fair enough.
I think O'Reilly's as good as O'Reilly looked last season. I think he's looked really poor this season.
His numbers are bad. Numbers are really bad.
Yeah,
I mean, I haven't watched an extensive amount of Celtic games.
What, you mean you're not obsessed like the Celtic fans?
No, I'm not obsessed.
Fair enough. And the front three...
Yeah, at least we have an excuse, so we actually review the games.
I know, We cover Scottish football.
Can you hear that? That's sectarian singing. That's what they do, with a fucking TV up at 100, while they're singing IRA songs. Anyway, right, in at left wing, who we going with?
Left wing...
Tell you what, Abada's been good. Yota's been good off the bench, but I think he's going to go with Dyson Maeda. For the press. He's going to make Rangers sweat for it. Up front, it's going to be only one guy. Let's be CEO, right? I don't think he's that good.
I haven't seen enough of him.
Well, it's Kyogo anyway. And then on the right...
You know what? I mean, I would personally go for Abada, but I think he'll go with Jota.
He went with fucking James Forrest at Ibrox.
I won't do that again.
What was that about?
That was a strange one.
It was. Anyway, there is our Celtic. I think there's
Although Haksabanovic has done alright when he doesn't shit his pants.
I know.
Although personally, I think Abada... well, there is talks of Abada leaving, not getting enough game time. I think that is the team, though.
His value in Football Manager's 25 million.
Do you agree that's the team?
Yeah. Well, if I was picking the team, I'd pick a well worse team than that, but I'm not picking the team.
If that team lines up tomorrow, how do you feel?
I need to see the Rangers team first.
Alright, well, with that said, let's pick our Rangers team.
Let's be real, right? We can say whatever, Celtic's the better team, but for fuck's sake, it's an old firm. Everything starts at 0. If Rangers can't give it their all and get something at the game, then what fucking hopes the league got for the next couple of years?
Many fans are going to be there 700 or 0?
0? Does it really matter?
It was Rangers that started that shit, wasn't it?
Pretty sure it was.
Did Rangers... Why did they do it? Was it because they wanted to get more season tickets sold? Or more season ticket sales?
It probably was, but I know they just want... I know their statement was more, we want more of our season ticket fans at the Old Firm. Like, they shouldn't have to lose out for Celtic fans sort of deal. But in reality, it's like, we want the money.
So what you said there's you can get a Rangers season ticket without Old Firm?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So what you're saying is people were buying that? Was that a popular package?
People still buy that.
Yeah, I know, but how are Rangers fans missing out? That's what I'm a bit confused.
Because, right, well, if one stands completely Celtic, that means you're taking out, like, a good bit of the...
But before that...
attendance?
Did they not offer one stand to every club?
I don't know, man, I can't really remember. Well, I doubt they're all... Well, I mean, let's be real, like, I doubt they're offering fucking Livy. A full stand.
Yeah, but I know by your logic. I mean, you can't. Oh, you can't. If the Celtic get, you can't. How can you offer a stand when Celtic come? Then what were Rangers saying to people with season ticket holders? Were like, oh, by the way, we're going to pick up some names out of a hat here. By the way, and if your name comes out, then you're not getting in.
I know what you mean.
It's a mess though, because now that Rangers have got the extra allocated seats for their fans, they're selling more season tickets, and I just don't see how they're going to go back.
Well, there must just be a point though where like they see how many Celtic fans are going, or say it's fucking Ross County fans. Like, well, they can't obviously sell this out, so we can afford to open up 5,000 more tickets.
I know, but I struggle to see this going back to the 7,000.
Yeah, I mean, at best it's going to be like 1,000 in the corner.
Which sucks, because I think the old firms were better when they had.
Absolutely. In at left back, Borna Barisic picked itself. The next centre back, Ben Davies. Because, I mean, basically we don't have John Suter. That's basically the way this is going. In at right back, we have got the main man, James Tavernier.
Rangers back 4 picks at sale, don't it?
He's due a good fucking performance.
Against Celtic. Will he get one? How's that back 4 make you feel?
No, it's weird. I don't know if it's because like it just seems like Goldson, Tav, and Barisic have been around that long for Rangers. But when I look at the back 4 and I just see those names, it just seems better than what Celtic have got. Even though some people will be like, "Oh, but Starfelt's better than Goldson," and oh, that's shite. You don't feel so?
Celtic,
I feel like these are established names. Like Johnson's come in. Yes, he's been good, but
like Celtic have conceded less goals than Rangers, but that doesn't necessarily mean they've got better defence. Celtic control the games. Sometimes you can have a better midfield, which leads to you controlling more games, which leads to your defence.
I agree with that.
Being under attack.
The amount of goals the likes of Kamara and Lundstrom have fucking gave away, I'd probably agree. Yeah.
Like, see if you look at it on a course, it's like a lot of the top teams will just naturally concede less goals because they're better teams. Doesn't necessarily mean they've got the best defence though. They're just defending less.
I know. Right, into our midfield, into the centre of the park. We're going to.
Well, let's be honest. Like, who's going to be defending more if you've got like a Rangers midfield made up of like Kamara and Lundstrom?
I know, of course.
Old fucking legs. Then you look at Celtic and they just look a bit more youthful.
What the thing is, they're not even that old. Right, anyway, they're like fucking late 20s.
Lundstrom runs a bit like a
right,
fucking
Raskin.
50-year-old.
Right, Raskin's in. We're putting Todd Cantwell in. Who does the final spot go to? Do you go with Jack or do you go for a more attacking Tillman? You have to go for Jack, in my opinion.
He can't really attack Celtic or you'll get...
No, I think Tillman's good. Well, he's not. He's better than good. He's fucking great. But you know what? See the last couple of old firms he's bottled, and I think there's the fact that at Parkhead, Rangers can't fucking just stick as many attackers as they can. I feel like you're going to need to go with these 3 because you've got Jack and Raskin who can sit back, and then Cantwell can be a bit more creative. And I feel like on the right...
Wait, see in the cup final, did he not play 3 defensive midfielders? Was it not Jack, Kamara, Lundstrom?
Oh yeah, it was bogging now.
Wasn't great, huh?
Right, up front, right side it, I'm going Fashion Sakala. Might be a bit surprising, but I'm putting him in over your big man, Tillman.
Really?
Aye.
It's not what I'd have picked.
Up the front of the pitch, I'm going with Alfredo. And then on the left,
A guy that's barely kicked the ball against Celtic.
Ryan Kent.
I don't agree with that team. Like,
What would you go with?
I'd have put Sakala through the middle and Tillman on the right.
Oh, would you?
I would, aye.
Well, too bad I didn't.
Does that team give you confidence? Does that team beat Celtic? Guess we'll find out tomorrow.
We'll find out about 3 minutes past 12:30, 23 minutes past.
Well, I did have a dream, and Rangers were 3-0. Kid, shit, you know, I had a dream. It was 3-0 Rangers, and I was actually playing for Rangers. Don't know why, but I was playing for Rangers. And at 3-0, Cantwell stole my goal. I was raging. And I just jogged up to Callum McGregor, and I went, "You're fucking shite, mate."
What did he say?
I don't know, I woke up after it.
You bottled it like you're
Maybe he knocked me out, and I woke up, you know.
You shot yourself because Calmac stood up to the task.
Aye, maybe he fucking decked me or something, and I just woke up.
That's it. But anyway, guys, that is us. We have to predict the score now. I'm going to go with... What are you going to go for?
3-1 Celtic.
Can you see Rangers winning anyway?
Well, in my dream they won, aye. So
Right. If you were doing percentages, what are the percentages?
Am I a factor in the draw, or can I just give it, can I give it just a 2 percentage?
50-50.
I'd say it's like 70-30. Celtic.
I just wish...
But if Celtic can lose to St Mirren, they can lose to Rangers. It's as simple as that.
I know. But that's it, folks. He went with 3-1. I'm going to go with... I mean, I want to sit here and say Rangers are going to win, but I'm going for a draw. I'm going for one each. Morelos will get a final goal at Parkhead, but Carter Vickers will overpower Rangers because they're so shite at set pieces and score the equaliser. So until next time, peace.